Hey bitches! Slaps here. You're gonna die, big. Sorry, bub. So yep, so we're climbing this massive staircase all the way up the pillar. Trying to get to where Barrett is. So the very first time I played this game, this was where I died for the very first time against the boss at the top here. Which, you know, I think is pretty good, I'll be honest, for a first timer to get this far, right? You know, that's not bad. We got through a fair few bosses to get to this point, and this boss was the cause of my first death. I'd say that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna blow my own trumpet or nothing, but yeah, that's not bad, that's not bad. Hopefully we won't die this time around, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, maybe, we might. Yeah, Jesse, you're gonna die too, sorry. So at the top, there's Barrett. So now it should give us the option to equip Barrett. Yeah, so let's do that. Well, just equip him with materia, actually. Oh, in fact, we haven't even really got anything to give him. What we got here? Restore, steel. We don't really need. No, I don't think there's anything to steal. Ice and lightning. We'll keep the lightning on him. Ice and. Do you know what? We will give him the cover materia because, you know, he's an ass. We can use him as a shield. Great big human shield called Barrett. So here comes Reno, the guy that we saw in the church. And now he's gonna fight, boy. Let's go, let's do this shit. So yeah, this was the battle that I died the very first time in, and I don't want that to happen. Let's get rid of that pyramid straight away. So yeah, his attacks, he puts those pyramids on people, which stops them from attacking essentially. Just think of them like cages, I guess, really. And the only way to get rid of them is to attack. Similar to what another boss does much later on in the game, but I think they put a bubble around, and I think the only way to break those ones are with magic attacks. I might be wrong. But yeah, these ones, just a quick physical attack, we'll get rid of it. Let's chuck a lightning bolt at him. We haven't been using our magic much. Yeah, it didn't do a lot, did it? Oh, I suppose he uses an electric attack, so I guess that makes sense. What about ice? Ice does good damage. We're not getting the hits from Cloudy, are we? Because we're having to keep using him to break the damn pyramids. Let's try fire, see if that works well. Yeah, fire's about the best then, I reckon. I reckon limit breaks probably work pretty well as well. And we'll just give ourselves a cure, I think. Yeah, Tiff is getting a bit low. We don't really want to be losing anybody here. I think if you've only got one party member alive and they get stuck in a pyramid, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a game over. I don't know that for sure. I'll be honest, I don't. But I'm guessing that's the case, so we do need to be a little bit careful here. And also make sure we break the pyramids as soon as we get a chance. We don't want two members in a pyramid, because then that's trouble. So yeah, that wasn't that difficult really, was it? So really the fact that I died there the first time I played this game is a little pathetic actually now. It's really not a difficult boss battle at all. I think maybe I just didn't understand how the pyramids worked. I guess, I don't know. Now we get to see... How do you pronounce his name? Sung? I guess. It makes me laugh, like, we can clearly see Aeris there, but for some reason they can't until she lifts up her head. It's like, no guys, it's me. So I think that's probably the first time we hear the word ancient in this game being used. So he uses it to call Aeris. He says she's an ancient. Of course, at this stage of the game we have absolutely no idea what that means. It all becomes apparent later on. Again, as I've said many a times before, I'm sure all you guys know exactly what that means. So what we do here, we just talk to Barrett, he then jumps on that wire. And we can all climb on there and escape to safety. Yippee! And down goes the pillar. Oh, and there we do actually see, for a brief couple of seconds, the people living on the top plate. As it comes crashing down and kills everybody. Well, that's going to leave a mess. President Shinra, you're a son of a bitch. Do we ever find out actually that president's name? I don't believe we do we? We know Rufus later on. But that president's name, do we ever actually... Is he ever called by a name? He's just only ever called President, I think, isn't he? Maybe his name is Shinra, I guess. President Shinra. And then when Rufus comes to power, his name's President Rufus. I don't know. I never really thought too much about it. It's cool, Barrett. Marlene's safe. Biggs, Wedge and Jesse might not be so lucky. Sorry. Let's face it, they were a bit shit. I mean, what did they do really, other than wear fake moustaches? You know? I don't think that's going to work either. God damn. Yeah, they were all in the pillar, man. I'm sorry. They did destroy an entire village, yeah. We're not to blame. Come on now. That's right, it's Shinra to blame. Come on, they did this, not us. This bit coming up here, I always felt was almost a mistake in a way, with the game design and the programming. It caused me massive problems when I first played it, in that, I don't think you can see it now, but there is a materia on the floor there, and you could see it before, and I'd be like, I want to get that damn materia. I need to go back and get it, and the game won't let you. You've actually got to come to here, so the other guys run and catch up with you. It's about the ancients, yes, Cloud. And now when they rejoin the party, you can go back up and collect it. It just seemed a little odd to me. Why they would do that? Why would they put it in a place where you can't get to it until you know, you have to go backwards in order to go forwards. It's just a little strange. So it's the sense materia. It's a little worthless right now. In fact, it's a little worthless totally. I don't think I ever use it. I suppose maybe as a first timer you'd use it more. You know, to discover enemies' health and their weaknesses or whatever. It's not something I use at all. I did just equip it to Barrett because, I mean, shit, we might as well collect the APs on it, right? I mean, you know, eventually we are going to want to master that. You know, in order to work towards the yellow master materia, so it may as well be collecting a little bit of experience, even though we're not going to use it. So yeah, so our mission now is to, nope, wrong one. It's Cloud that has the cure-all. So we have to head back to Aeris' house now. And, yeah, wrong way. I do that every time. And, yeah, so that's where we, that's where Barrett discovers that Marlene's safe. And we find out a lot more about Aeris as well. So let's go do that. And although I don't like Barrett, it kind of is nice to have him back in the party because yeah, he's better than Aeris at least. I mean, that girl really is pretty useless. Alright, I do want to go back into this house quick. I think it was something I could have done as I was... was it something that I could have done from when I was leaving Aeris' house with Cloud the first time? I'm not sure. Maybe I do have to wait until now. But so this guy, because you didn't steal his 5 gil, he gives you a turbo ether as a way of saying thank you, basically, for not stealing my money, which is a lot more valuable than 5 gil. So that's pretty sweet. Do we want to buy any materia? In actual fact, I don't think we really do we? There's no point in buying more restores and fires and ice and that. It's all kind of worthless. It isn't worthless, we will want more. But for right now, no, we don't. Besides, we've only got 2,000 gil, that's not a whole lot. So let's just save it right here, because this is going to be a pretty long, boring dialogue. Quite honestly. So the Shinra are here to take Aeris. Aeris is an ancient. And she's not her real mum. Well, that's pretty obvious. If she's an ancient, of course she isn't. So her husband was off fighting in the war in Wutai, which is an area we'll get to a little later on in the game. And she had a letter to say that her husband was coming home, I guess. Is that right? So every day she goes to the train station to wait. And he's never there. It's quite sad, really. My husband never came back.